a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the...
Oh, do I feel good today? I am here with my new co-host, Gregory Lee II. He is here. He is the man. He is a sports insider for real. He comes from a family of sports royalty. You find out more about Greg in our socials. If you want to know more about Greg, you need to sign up for the Pick Management Discord. Scan the QR code right above me, and I'll take you right to the Discord channel where you will find me, Greg, Cam, TJ, Soccer Ash. The entire Pick Management crew will take care of you in the Pick Management Discord. Before we get into today's NHL Betting Insiders, though, I got to tell you guys about a couple of tools every bettor needs in their bettor's toolbox. First is the Juice Reel app. You're looking to take the next step in your betting career and you want to sell your own subscription service, you need to check out Juice Reel. They automatically sync to your sports book to provide you insights and analytics into how you wager so you could become a better bettor. Your subscribers will know all your picks are official because they're coming right from your sports book. And if you're a guy who likes to follow other bettors, guys that have the time to put into all that research, then you need to check out Juice Reel because you can get subscriptions from people like me and other people in the Pick Management Network right on the Juice Reel app. You can also get our subs right in the Discord, so make sure you check that out. The other is the Rhythm app. Rhythm will teach you how to build predictive sports betting models. They have pre-made models powered by their AI, which crushed March Madness, the Masters, last week's golf tournament, but they put that power in your hands and let you build your own betting models. They teach you everything you need to know from A to Z in predictive sports betting model building. You need to check out the Rhythm app. It's free to sign up. Get a 7-day free trial right now by clicking the link below. Gregory, how are you? You ready to do some NHL?
Let's do some hockey, baby.
Yeah, we're about to crush the NHL slate. We have some game 2s and 3s coming up. And I'll say it has been a pretty exciting start to the NHL playoffs. Game 3s for some of them, game 2s for others. But I got to say, these game 1s, I mean, these were tight games, high scoring, hard hitting. We have some stuff to talk about, injury concern-wise, all of that. But we're going to get right into it, excuse me, with our best bets for tonight. The Bruins are taking on the Maple Leafs. Boston is traveling to Boston. Boston's still at home. I'm sorry, I forgot.
They did.
They're on the road now.
Two,
Yeah, it's game 3,
yeah,
right?
It's
game 3. Boston's on the road. I'll start with this one. I think Boston still gets it done here. Greg had told me right before the show that Austin Matthews not skating in early morning skate today, and that is a big concern. If he is not going to be playing tonight, they are going to be in some serious trouble. I'll tell you, I have this set up as a Toronto win, honestly, but I think the way Boston has been playing, they are just going to dominate. Boston lost a close game 3-2 to Toronto just 2 days ago, but I think that is the only win Toronto gets. I think Toronto stole one, and I think they're lucky to do that. I think that first win on 420 really showed what Boston is capable of. They're 8-1, their last 9 versus Toronto, 12-4 versus the Atlantic Division. Toronto 1-5 straight up their last 6, but we have also seen the over hit in 6 out of the last 7 for Toronto. So I'll tell you, I am on Boston minus 112, and I'm also on the over 6. Greg, what do you have with thoughts for this one?
Okay, so me with hockey, I'm the type of guy, I look more so at the goalies doing their jobs. Yeah, every team's got, some nice scores, some nice defenders, assists and whatnot. But lately in this match, I'm looking at the goalies to do their job. And right now, Swayman has not been really giving up anything. Maybe a goal in like the past 4 games or so. So I don't really see it personally going over. I do, however, see Boston probably getting like a good 3 goals on them, but I don't see Toronto really doing too much on Boston, so that's why I'm leaning the under.
I totally agree with what you're saying. I just believe Boston's going to score enough that it's going to push it over. I think worst case scenario, we hit on 6, like a 4-2, 5-1 final again. We were pretty close to that the other day too. But yeah, everything you said, spot on. I think this Boston team is just dominant, and they have hopes of winning the Stanley Cup. And I really think that they're capable of doing it. They've just been playing lights out recently. So yeah, great stuff. Moving on. Tonight, Vegas taking on Dallas. Dallas minus 168 at money line, minus 1.5 at plus 158. Over under set at 6. Gregory, I'm gonna let you take over. What are your thoughts for this Dallas game?
This is another one that I go back to the goalies. This has been a goalie series. Last game it went over. Actually, the last 2 games in Dallas, it's went over 5.5. So I look for this one to do no different, going over 5.5 again. I just feel that both offenses are quite special, to be honest with you. Despite who the goalies are, they will find a way to tie it up at least 2-2, and then don't let that empty net hit. That's possible 2 more goals coming at you, and boom, we're over 5.5.
I'll say for a little bit during the season, I had started to do a ladder challenge with the Dallas second period over. I don't know if you knew this trend, but during the season, the Dallas second period over had hit in like 26 games in a row. And of course, as soon as I started my ladder challenge, they started missing. Now they're 5-5 the last 10. But I really think that they're going to be capable of scoring a lot of goals. I think I like Dallas to win the Stanley Cup this year. I'm still thinking about putting a future on it, but I really believe that, like you said, these are some special offenses. I think that we see some goals here. The over is hit in 6 out of the last 9 for Vegas. We have seen some unders hitting for Dallas, but it's because of their goalie play has been terrific. Over has hit in 4 out of the last 6 matchups between these two teams. And we have seen Dallas go 12-3 straight up the last 15 games, but they're only 1-5 the last 6 when playing at home against Vegas straight up. So right. I do have some plays on this one. Those stats are kind of all over the place. My model has this as a Dallas 3.63 to Vegas 3.27. So a very close game for sure. But I'm going to have to ride with my Dallas team here. I'm taking Dallas minus 168. I think they have the talent to get it done. I think they get it done probably in regulation too. And then I am refiring on this Dallas-Vegas second period over 1.5. It missed yesterday, but we have seen goals between these two teams, and the chances of getting 2 goals in the second period with these two offenses, I think is more likely than not. So I'm going to go ahead and ride with that.
Sounds good. Anything
Sounds
towards
good.
that, anything towards that over, I'm all over. Like you said, they both have some good offenses. I
sure.
expect them.
Some things I might be looking at here is like I like to do like a team total in regulation, but you can also get like a game total in regulation. So it's usually game total 5 or over. You can get it like minus 300 or so. So I like to take like say Boston 3+ goals in regulation is probably around 300, 250, something like that, and pair it with something with 5+ goals. Because if you do it in regulation, it really drops the price. And usually in most of these games, we're going to see at least 5 goals. So keep an eye out in the Discord and on the Pick Management socials, because I will be posting some alt leg parlays, if you will. Moving on, we have the Kings taking on the Oilers tonight at 10 o'clock. Oilers minus 190, over under set at 6, and they are minus 1.5 is at plus 133 for the Oilers. Listen, I'll tell you, I think this Oilers team is going to smash. I don't think that the Kings have any way of stopping them. They're just too good, too fast, too strong, too much talent. I think the Kings were lucky to make it to the playoffs. We saw the last few days of the season. I mean, they barely made it in there. It was a couple of wild games and scenarios that helped push them into the playoffs. And I just think that this Edmonton is just too dominant for them. I'll tell you, the Kings are just 1-7 straight up the last 8 versus Edmonton, 1-5 straight up on the road overall. Edmonton, 12-3 their last 15 games at home, and 5-0 their last 5 games when playing at home against Los Angeles. I just think that this team is too, like I said, too strong, too fast. So I took Edmonton on the puck line, minus 1.5 for plus 133. And I also took the over 6. We did just see 11 goals in this game that they played on the 22nd. And we've seen a lot of goals go over because the Kings have not been able to stop a beach ball. Gregory, thoughts for you?
I'm all over the over for this game. Edmonton is one of my teams in hockey. I love them. Connor McDavid, big fan. Love those guys. He's been hurt recently, but he just came back. So I expect them also to pounce like you and get a lot of points. Kyle Talbot, his last 3 games, he's given up 13 goals. That's terrible.
That's a lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals. And now he's finna be in a series against one of the best scoring teams in hockey. So I expect him to continue to have very bad luck in the net. And let's look for Edmonton to get at least 4 to 5 goals today. Skinner hasn't really been awesome. He's given up 8 goals in his last 2 games. Los Angeles can't find the net too, so I don't expect them to get shut out. But it still should just be an easy over 6.5 for sure.
Yeah, I'm 100% agree with you on that one. So we have moving on to tomorrow. We have the Panthers taking on Lightning. It's this game, Panthers -112 on the money line, over under at 6, and Panthers -1.5 on the road at +230 versus the Lightning. I'll let you take over on this one. What do you think will happen?
So me being a guy from Florida for like the past 20 years, I know these Florida teams very well. Tampa and Florida, they are like night and day, I would say. So every year, you never know what you're going to get out of the two once they face each other in a series. But right now, Tampa Bay being a little bit more banged up than Florida, I'm giving the edge to Florida. I took them to win the series. Right now, their goalie play, as of last game you've seen, was phenomenal. Got some beautiful saves. I'm expecting Bobrovsky and Big V to get another great game between the two of them. Probably ends up being a 3-1 game or something like that.
Yeah, these teams all season long have been some of the highest scoring teams, but their defenses have definitely clamped down. We do see, defense is really stepping up when it comes to playoffs, and I think these two teams are kind of built around that. I'm looking for to see if they have goalies for projected goalies for this game because I don't think anyone's official yet. What's that? Tomorrow's the 25th. Yeah, Bobrovsky's in net, and for Tampa Bay, it's going to be Vasilevsky. Yeah, just checking. It's expected, not confirmed. Just wanted to double check on that. I don't have an official play on this one. This is one of the series that I really just could not read. I think it is such a toss-up between these two teams. It's a Florida derby. If you're a soccer fan, you know what I mean. These two teams, battle it out all the time, and I just can't pick a winner in this one. If I had to give a lean, I would say Florida and the under, but nothing official for me in this one.
In their last 10 games, Panthers beating them 6-4, and out of the last 10, it's been 7 unders. Like I said, it's just only when these two play each other. I guess because they get to play each other so much, they know each other so well. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really allow you to get back doors like how they would on other teams that don't really know their schemes, whatnot. So more so than anything, I'm just expecting both goalies to show up strong for both sides. So it might even go to a shootout.
I could totally see. I would put it if I had to. I would put a play on this going to overtime. A pregame overtime bet. You can get some good price on that. And I think if any of these series were to go to OT, it would be this one. So yeah, that's a great call. It's worth taking a stab on. So moving on. We are on the 25th. The Canes are taking on the Islanders on the road. Carolina -160 on the money line, over under at 5.5, and the puck line -1.5 plus 163 for Carolina. I think this is going to be a easy 4-0 sweep for Carolina here. Sorry, let me pull this up real fast. Carolina has just been one of the most dominant teams in hockey this year. 54, 23, and 7 on the season. Taking on this Carolina team, who they just beat 2 in a row, put up a bunch of goals, 5-3 and 3-1. Carolina 7-1 their last 8, 11-4 the last 15 versus the Islanders. They are 11-1 straight up their last 12 when playing on the road versus the Islanders. So Carolina has just had this team's number. I understand the Islanders have kind of been rolling a little bit here, but I think the Canes just have too much. So I love Carolina here. I'll tell you. Let me see. Sorry. I actually did not put an official play down for this one. If I had to take probably Carolina half unit on the money line and half unit on the puck line. Not sure to do with the total here because I think Carolina can keep the Islanders from scoring, but I think the Canes have enough to get it done here with a sweep. Any thoughts for you on this one?
I was just going to say, I see that they have Ilya Sorokin in the net for this game. He didn't play the last 2 games. Maybe a fresh man in the net could give a boost to the Islanders, whatnot. I'm not going to say that he's been totally productive when he has played. He still has, given some blemishes to the Nets. So I'm with you. I definitely still feel Carolina gets a sweep in this series. I just don't think that Islanders are fighting for enough right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. I just don't think they have enough to stop this team, even if they, were playing better. I just think that the Carolinas had their number for so long that it's just it's unfortunate for the Islanders that was their matchup.
And
Okay, so the 26th, the Rangers are taking on the Capitals. Rangers minus 172 on the money line, over under 5.5, minus 1.5 is plus 158 for the Rangers. I know you don't have anything official on this one, but can we get your thoughts? Leans, anything?
Yeah. I was sitting there gonna say for sure. It just looks like the Caps are just too old. I think Ovi needs to go ahead and hang them up. Um, I just, I just, I just think the Caps are too old, man. I just don't think that really they have enough for the Rangers, and I also think the Rangers are gonna sweep them too.
Yeah, I've been thinking that the whole time. I'm really upset that Washington made it to the playoffs. I was really hoping Pittsburgh did. I mean, this Washington offense right now is averaging 2.66 goals per game. They're taking on a Rangers team averaging 3.45. I mean, the Rangers are even on the road averaging 3.41 goals per game. Currently, I mean, they have played well against the Rangers at home. Washington have, but Washington 12-3 straight up the last 15, 4-1 straight up the last 5 versus Washington overall, and we've seen the over hit in 6 out of the last 7 games on the road
They're gonna
for New
score on
York.
them. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
gonna
so
score.
I definitely think we see some goals here. This is probably going to be one of my other alt legs. So the Rangers 3+ in regulation. I'll make sure to put all this out in the Discord, the pick that you can get from the QR code and on my social media. But make sure to check that out. I like the Rangers here to smash. I think they get a 4-0 sweep. I think their goalies are too good. I think their offense is too good, and I think the Capitals are too old. So.
Too old, man.
Yeah, too old. Ovi needs to. You're right. Ovechkin needs to hang it up in the worst way possible.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? You're
Right.
making the Caps look bad.
So 2 more games. We are going to the Canucks versus the Predators. Canucks on the road. Over under is set at 6. Predators are minus 117 on the money line, and the puck line minus 1.5 is set at plus 210 for the Predators. I'll tell you, I really like Vancouver. I've liked Vancouver all season long. I know that they just lost bad to Nashville 4-1. I think that was kind of a fluke. I think that Vancouver really has had Nashville's number. They're 5-1 straight up their last 6 versus Nashville. The over is hitting 7 out of the last 10 games between these two teams on the road. And Nashville, we've seen a lot of overs, 7 of the last 9 against Vancouver, 4 out of the last 5 at home, and 7 out of the last 10 at home versus Vancouver. But when it comes to streaks and whatnot, when we saw them end of the season, they had lost 2 out of the last 3 games. 5 out of the last 10 that they lost before that. So it's not like they've been playing the greatest hockey. I think Vancouver has far too much firepower to slow them down. Thatcher Demko is undisclosed for Vancouver tonight, so we don't know if he's going to be in net or not, but I think that's okay. I think Vancouver can stop this team regardless. I don't think you have anything official on this one, but did you have any thoughts or leans?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was all dependent on who I seen was gonna be in the net for both teams for me to give a solid assessment. But I'm with you. I do feel Vancouver has the stronger team overall, offense and defense. Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, not Pittsburgh. Nashville is gonna try to be competitive, but see their goalie Saros, I just don't like him. And you know what I'm saying, he's really not unpredictable. You really know what you get with him in the net. So that's why I feel Vancouver has the advantage here.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, last game, 10 o'clock on the 26th. The Jets are taking on the Avs. Avs minus 163 on the money line. Over under set at 6.5, and the puck line is minus 1.5 at plus 153, but plus 1.5 minus 177 for the Jets. Something to think about. I'll tell you that I really like Winnipeg. Before their loss yesterday, they had won 10 in a row. Colorado, on the other hand, has been struggling. They've lost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of their last 10 games. I think they got lucky with that Colorado win yesterday. They have a huge injury list. And I'll tell you, for the over for this one, the over is hitting 8 out of the last 9 for Colorado overall. 4 out of the last 5 versus Winnipeg, and 4 out of the last 5 games at home for Colorado overall have also hit the over. And the over is hitting 5 out of the last 7 between these two teams when Winnipeg is on the road. I know that was a mouthful, but a lot. So basically what that means is a lot of overs for Colorado at home versus Winnipeg and in general. Winnipeg, on the other hand, 9-1 straight up their last 10. 4-1 straight up their last 5 versus Colorado, and 4-1 straight up their last 5 on the road. The over has also hit in their last 5 in general. I just think Winnipeg is hungry. They have the firepower. They know what it takes to beat this Colorado team. And I think that they can get it done. I'm just pulling up the plays. So I am all over. I did take Winnipeg plus 1.5. I thought that was a gimme here at 177. It's not too terribly juicy, and you don't pay the juice when you win. I'm probably going to take half a unit and put it on the money line too. Didn't make that official, but I'll probably end up doing that. And then I took the over 6. Is I think 135 because I want a little push protection here. But I definitely think we see goals. These two teams love to score. We've seen score trends for both of these teams for the last month and a half. So I really like Winnipeg and the over here. Greg, final thoughts on this one?
I like this series a lot. I've been looking at Winnipeg for most of the year. They've been coming in strong, and they really do play Colorado strong. Well, this year they have. Yes, Colorado's missing Sam Girard, but McKinnon them still knows how to find a way to get in the net. So I'm with you. If anything, I was for sure going to say period 1 over. There's no need to waste any time here with waiting for an outcome when we know that it'll definitely be 1-1 by the end of the first. Expected to possibly go over 2.5 goals, if you want to get some good plus money value there. But I don't see either goalie stopping anything right now. Like I say, they've been killing Buick. Colorado has. They've dropped 10 goals on him in the last 2 games. So if Buick's in the net, he's definitely given up a goal in the first period. You know what I'm saying?
Least, yeah.
And at least at the minimum, you know what I'm saying? So Georgiev, he's at 9 goals in the last 2 games. If he starts, he's definitely giving up a goal in the first period. So if you want to look for a quick action, especially since it's a late game, I'm gonna do that because Edmonton plays next at 10:30, and I would love to cash out on the Jets period 1 and then hop right on over to the Oilers game.
Absolutely. Well, listen, before we recap our plays, I just want to say thanks for everyone watching live. We got 5 people in here. Not so bad. We've seen some people come and go throughout the show. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends and scan the QR code in the corner to join our Discord server. You get best bets from me and the rest of the pick management squad there. All of our podcasts automatically posted, our posts, our free plays, all that stuff goes right to there. And it's a great community, a couple hundred people in there who are pretty active. So make sure you join that. And also, it is my boy Gregory's birthday today. Make sure you wish him a happy birthday. Go to his social, drop a happy birthday post, and make sure he feels some love. But Gregory, why don't you go ahead and recap your best bets?
Okay, for sure, man. We got the Leafs game under 5.5 coming in for the plus money. We got the Florida and Tampa Bay under also coming in at the minus 154. That's on Thursday. We have the Oilers game over 6.5. That's going to be Wednesday today. And we have the Stars over 5.5. I took it down 0.5 point. I don't like pushes, so that's why I have everything with hooks on mine. They're either going to kill me or I'm going to hit. But let's get this bread.
I like a little push protection. I'm scary, not going to lie. Tell people where they can find you and what you got going on.
Yeah, best way to reach me right now is through Instagram, Buku_Living Billionaires, or you can type in the search and just type in Smackington, and I'll pop right on up.
Extra Crispy says happy birthday to Greg. So
appreciate it.
Thanks,
Extra
Crispy. Greg, we are going to help him get more involved on Twitter and the Discord and all that, but his Instagram is a great place to find him for now. We are going to give you my best bets and get you guys out of here. I am all over Boston minus 112, Boston, Toronto over 6, Dallas minus 168, Dallas, Vegas, second period over 1.5, Edmonton minus 1.5, Kings, Edmonton over 6, Vancouver minus 103, Winnipeg plus 1.5, and Winnipeg, Colorado over 6. You guys can find me here daily on the NBA Betting Insiders, NHL Betting Insiders. New episode of the MLS Betting Insiders is out later today, and Betting the Pitch Europe will be returning tomorrow with me and Soccer Ash. Make sure you guys follow me across all socials at Pick Management. Check me out on Last Sport on Sport. Give me sport. I'll have some great articles coming up there. This has been the NHL Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me.